Come on now. Don't lie to me. Tell me it don't feel nice to finally see KSI fighting again. I'm not gonna go through the whole undercard, sit here, act like I know everybody. It is really nice and really exciting to see KSI fighting again. I want to see his form. I'm gonna show you guys his form. The last time we seen him actually fight against Logan Paul, I think it's gonna be a really good fight. Regardless, I mean he's fighting two people, and one of them I ain't gonna knock him. Swarms could come out and surprise a lot of us, but I doubt it. It was last minute. Swarms look out of shape. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna knock Swarms. Swarms did this last minute, so regardless, he's got that. Yo, I did this last minute anyway, so y'all can't really say much to me. I did this for the simple fact that he didn't have anybody. We're going to have to do our round two. So there will more than likely be a Swarms versus KSI part two, I'm pretty sure. And then his other opponent, which he went through two opponents, but I'm just excited to see what's going to happen. I think KSI is going to come out and surprise a lot of people. I think not just in the sense of his form, I think also his speed. I think that his technique is a lot more refined. And when you have a more refined technique, you're able to go with more combos. I love boxing. I'm not somebody that knows every technical term of boxing necessarily, but I mean, we're talking about KSI versus Swarms and Luis Pineda. Honestly, we don't know Luis Pineda like that, but you know, respect to him for even taking the bout last minute himself. And then Swarms, of course, he is a UK drill. They like say UK drill rapper. I'm gonna just give him UK rapper, and so he's not experienced at this thing. I'm not saying that KSI is just here 20-0 as a boxer or something like that, but of course KSI is gonna have a lot more experience in the ring based off of the years of experience he had before. Last time we seen KSI, though, he was going against Logan Paul, and it's going to be interesting to have him and Deji on the same card. I'm pretty sure KSI should probably fight pretty early because he's fighting two people, and you want to give him recovery time, as much recovery time as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was the first fight. I don't know if it'll be against Swarms or if it'll be against the boxer. But regardless, I just want to be able to see KSI come out and really show his shit, because we've all been waiting on him and Jake Paul to fight. That's the big fight that we're all waiting on. We can all get that elephant out the room now. I'm hoping and praying that KSI and Jake Paul fight soon. I mean, like within the next year, but I doubt it. I think KSI is going to probably really take this slow, because that's how KSI likes to do it. And he's really got the card in his hand. He's got the chess pieces in his disposal, however you would like to quote that. I think that this should be very interesting between Jake Paul and KSI. The verbal jabs that they've had for years, we don't know what the hell is going to happen. I just hope and pray that Deji is able to put up, because Fuzi was looking pretty ready for this for this fight against Deji. But I mean, in the same breath, Deji has been really training. I mean, he's going to be on the same card as KSI. Does he really want to lose against Fuzi? You know, he's already lost some fights that I remember watching the fight, that he had, was that against Vinny Hacker. And Deji we know Deji. We know what his big problem has been within this boxing scene. We know what he could be. We all who watch KSI understand why KSI has been frustrated. So I want to see Deji get that revenge. I mean, you got people like Salt Poppy on the goddamn card, so it's just like there's a lot of excitement. There's phase members on this card. There's a lot of excitement. There's multiple fights to go through, of course. And I just think the way KSI set this up, regardless of even having to figure out backup plans and stuff like that, he put this together really well. I'm actually intrigued and want to go and see and watch the pay-per-view of this fight, of these fights, I mean plural, because it isn't just the main event that gets me excited. And I mean, I feel like once Alex Wasabi bowed out, there was a point where you said, hopefully he can keep this as exciting or keep something, of relevance here, because we all want to see KSI fight. Most of us, at least, want to see KSI fight because we want to see him eventually face Jake, because him and Jake have been beefing, been supposed to fight. It just hasn't happened yet. We need to see that happen. I really wanted this video to be short because this was kind of like my lead up. Of course, I got KSI winning both fights because I don't know, there's just something about somebody like KSI that really when he dedicates himself really hard to what he wants to do, the craft that he's going for, and at this moment it's boxing. So I mean, again, Swarms could surprise, but I just don't see that happening. And then with the Luis Pineda, the professional boxer, I don't see. It's sad to say this, but I feel like KSI in his own right puts himself in this Floyd Mayweather-esque territory. Not as a professional boxer, of course, there are different classes, different levels of boxing, but I mean in the sense of knowing I'm not going to put myself in harm's way right away. I'm just going to take some time and I'm going to really go ahead and develop myself so that when I do put myself in harm's way, I'm prepared for that. And that's talking about people like Jake Paul, because as much as people like to talk about Jake Paul has had some vicious knockouts, and vicious knockouts against people that if you are somebody that wanted to see Jake Paul get knocked out, you were hoping and praying. Like Tyron Woodley, I kind of expected him to put up a little fight. Ben Askren, I know he was a retired UFC fighter, but still, it's the concept of fighting that we all think about. And then Nate Robinson comes, he's a hooper, he's not even a fighter. So it's just, somebody's got to give him that L. Will it be KSI? We will see. But let's start with this fight. Let's see what KSI can do. Of course, he went and did the troll thing and was like, I'm going to shock the world. You know, you got to make sure you tweet that right before, because everybody that said that has lost and shocked the world. But anyways, y'all stay blessed. Have a good day. I'm out of here.